Shame about that center console, it kind of looks good in there. Hey guys, welcome back. So I have just finished fitting the front seats this morning, and while everything is still loose and I can pull the driver's seat back out, I want to go ahead and have a go at the center console. Now what I would like to do is actually fit the Xtype console in here, so I'm going to just basically get on with it, pull the Mondeo one out and just see what happens with the Xtype. Now, to be honest, I really want to get this done as quickly as possible because I do want to start the back seats tomorrow. So I'm not really going to take much footage on this. Get it in, see if it works and move on. So basically just add updates as I go. So let's get to it. Well, I went ahead and removed the Mondeo center console and dropped the Xtype one in, and sadly it is not going to fit. Well, at least it's not going to fit without a significant amount of work, and more work than I want to put into it, which is a shame because I actually kind of like it. I think it's a good looking console. Now, two of the differences straight away is, first of all, it just doesn't line up at all on the front here. I was hoping that it might, or at least maybe I could at least pull it out and fix it to fit, but no, that is not going to happen. The other thing is there's a gap. Now, I know why. Carpet in the Xtype. Not entirely sure what that is off, but we'll put them there. Anyway, carpet from the Xtype, it actually comes up a lot higher, and if you compare the two, there's actually a lot, like a huge foam section that goes right along here, and it runs the full length of the vehicle right to the back. Because if you look at the back of in the Xtype, this hump is actually up here somewhere. So yeah, anyway, thought I'd give it a go. It would be nice if I could have gotten it to fit, but it won't. So let's get on with just doing a little bit of refurbishment on the Mondeo's own center console. What I'm going to do is I'm going to paint it the same colour as the seats and the door panel. So it'll basically be a two-tone. It'll be the cream down here to the black up there. So that's the plan. Let's get on with it and get it finished. So here we have the Mondeo center console removed. There's a pretty gnarly state of affairs, but we've got the technology to fix it. One thing I am thinking about doing is adapting the armrest from the Xtype. Now it is going to be a little higher, but I'm okay with that. What I may do is I don't know yet. I'm gonna, well, other than dropping it, yeah, I think I can adapt that to fit on there nicely, and this will give this a coat of paint and get it back in. So first things first. Now this metal bracket sits inside the center console, and originally the original armrest screwed to there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the original screws, put this back in, and then I will just self-tap a couple of new screws for this, and hopefully that will just go straight on, that new armrest. So one other thing while I am on the subject, as I mentioned with the back of the center console, nobody smokes in my car. I don't allow smoking. So what I'm thinking about doing is, I have seen some USB ports And basically it is a panel about yay big, and you have the accessory socket. You also have 2 USB ports. So I'm going to measure this up, and I'm going to see about ordering one of them tonight. And I will just take out the ashtray and the old cigarette lighter and pop that into there. Take the chrome trim off the cup holder so that I can then just paint that along with the rest of this console. Anyway, let's get to it. Well, I am wrapping it up for the day. I've got the driver's seat just put back into place for the time being. Shame about that center console. It kind of looks good in there, but anyway, I have gone and painted the Mondeo center console, and it is now in the garage drying. Didn't video it. It's getting on now. It's starting to get dark, and I just wanted to get things finished for tonight. So tomorrow, what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to work on the back seat, because that will give me a couple of days to get the center console completely dry. Yeah, I'm at this point I don't know how many hours of video I've shot, so anyway, this is probably going to be 5, maybe 6 episodes. So like I say, I'm going to call it a day here. So subscribe and click the like button, and come back and see me. So have a good one. Good morning, guys, and welcome back. So here we are on another nice frosty morning, and back at the Mondeo. So I was initially thinking about getting into doing the rear seats this morning, but looking at the forecast, it's going to rain the next few days. So I think what I'm going to do is pull the Xtype center console back out. Obviously it doesn't work. Get the driver's seat back out and get the Mondeo center console and everything back in there. So I'm going to crack on with that this morning. So let's put this camera down and let's get that seat out and get this center console in. Well, there we have it. There's the center console installed. I've still got the armrest to go on, and of course I've got the pieces to go back around the gear shift, clock, etc. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I think once the seats are done, so everything matches, I think this is going to look really good. So let's get that driver's seat back in, and then, well, that just leaves the rear seat. Well, that's it. We've got the driver's seat in permanently now. Next time I'll remove these is when I actually come to refurbish them. But center console is basically in. Good morning, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So, final part of the interior. Now, when I was putting the videos together, one thing I decided to do was this area that held an ashtray and the cigarette lighter. I decided that I wanted to put a USB charger in there because nobody smokes in the car. No, I don't allow anybody to smoke in the car. So I found this on eBay, and basically it's a, well, cigarette lighter socket or accessory socket. Sorry, let's be correct these days. Accessory socket, and it has a 2-port USB charger. Now, initially I thought that I may have to just cut all of this. There we are. Let's see. Actually, let's just pop that out. I've got it loose. My initial thought was, let's see, let's set that down there somewhere. My initial thought was, parking brakes in the way. Let's try this on the seat. So, let's try this again. My initial thought was to basically cut this right around this edge, leaving that section completely open, and then maybe popping this in and either gluing it or, you know, making some brackets for it to fit. But what I think I'm going to be able to do is simply remove the cigarette lighter. I may have to drill a hole in the bottom there somewhere, but this might literally just drop straight in there, you know, without any modifications whatsoever. So, or at least very few modifications. I may just have to trim it a little bit, but yeah, I think that's looking pretty damn good. But wiring on it will be very easy. That's not an issue. I mean, it's two wires, a positive and a negative, and that's basically it. So anyway, I'm going to grab the Dremel and I'm going to go over to my garbage can workbench and see what I can do with it. So I will be right back. Just one quick mention. So if you are intending doing this, easiest way to remove the cigarette lighter is if you just press on it, just press, it will actually just pop out, and then, oh well, the whole lot popped out. So yeah, that's basically it. You don't have to mess about with these too much. I will actually keep that. I may use that somewhere else. So anyway, let's get this put in and we will be right back. Okay, so far so good. I've went ahead and made a small patch lead there, basically just to connect the two of them up. I've also installed the cigarette lighter, accessory socket, whatever you want to call it. And I have left a little rubber cap on that, mainly just to keep debris out of it. And but what I think I will do is I'm going to leave it off the USB charger, because that'll get used on a regular basis. So it's just going to get in the way, and that's it at the moment. I'm going to get it installed into the actual housing, and then it's just a case of just popping it in. So be right back. Well, obviously I'm having a complete and utter brain fart today, because I meant to drill a hole in the bottom for the cables to come out, and I forgot to do it. So yeah, let me just go grab a drill and a little hole saw and cut a hole in the bottom there. Yeah, whatever, it's one of those days. So this time I cut the hole, cables come through, and it actually sits in there rather nicely. Anyway, let's get the USB charger put in and connect it up and see if it all works. Well, there we have it. It fits in there quite nicely, and like I say, a little patch lead, and it basically leaves the wiring, original wiring intact. So the only thing that I can't use is the actual connection for the side lights. So at some point what I may do is I may just put a little LED or something, 12 volt LED in here just to illuminate it, but you know, maybe not. Don't really need it, do we now? So anyway, I'll get this sat down in place and plug a phone in, see if it charges. Well, there we go. That's it installed. And just pop the lid open and there she is. Charger, and we still have an accessory port. So let us just grab one cell phone cable, and there we go, charging. Excellent. Right, that is basically it. That's the install. I mean, very basic stuff. So I will put a link in the description below. This came off eBay UK, but I'm sure you can find it in the US and other places. I've seen them everywhere. And yeah, that's it. Like and subscribe, and come back and see me sometime.